Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
And welcome back, everybody, to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollack with you here tonight as we get set to go. It is the Jaguars and the Johnston Dragons. Jaguars ranked number 10 in the latest Iowa High School Athletic Association boys soccer poll, whereas the Dragons are number 5. They are in here at 9-3-3 on the season. These two teams facing off here tonight. Centennial in the black, Johnston in their visiting white. And as they get set to go here tonight, we're at Northview Middle School on the north side of Ankeny, where they have Ankeny Stadium. This is where they play all the main events throughout the course of the year. Each school here in Ankeny and Centennial have their own fields that they usually play soccer on, but right now the field at Ankeny Centennial is getting some new field turf put on. So we are getting set to go here tonight as well here from Northview Middle School. Ankeny's Community Stadium. Looks like Johnston will have possession of the ball first as the shadows are creeping out over the field tonight. Johnston's captain, Cale Leach, will take possession first of all for the Dragons. Also in action tonight, the Centennial girls are down at Johnston. You can find that game on the Johnston Network, as well as the long kick comes all the way down to the freshman goalkeeper, Will Kruger, for the Jaguars. And he's going to kind of just get things set to go. Jaguars tried to play through the middle with Caleb Murray, and that ball gets sent out of bounds. Johnston will take the throw in here with Marcos Pelayo Pintor. Expect a very physical game tonight, maybe getting a little chippy too at some point as that ball's knocked out of bounds by Nithang for Centennial. And Johnston will get the throw in from down in the corner. A little bit of a breeze blowing into the face of Max Aliano right now, taking the throw in. He decides to leave it short to Caden Nguyen. Dylan O'Connor, Lau Mawia for Johnston, also with a start tonight. Mason McKnight, Ricky Solis Downing in goal. As Duax, the leading scorer for Centennial, gets a little touch on that. 50-50 ball at midfield, and that is won by Alan Mujakovic for Centennial. Jaguars try to push it ahead, but can't connect. Good defense there by Kyron Pope for the Dragons. Beautiful night for a soccer game, as we have just had some great weather here over the last couple weeks in central Iowa. For those of you tuning in from all over the country, we have just had beautiful weather. A little bit of a breeze again blowing kind of from the top right corner of your screen to the bottom left. It's not going to play a huge factor tonight in this one. It was about 85 degrees here today in Ankeny, and it'll cool off as the night goes on. Caleb Murray took a poke to the eye inadvertently right now as he goes down on the field. We're going to stop the clock as Murray, that first poke to the eye, man, that can really mess with you. Looks like he's going to be okay. Centennial going to take our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution tonight. Or maybe not. Brecken Allen was set to check in, and the official says, no, that's fine. Caleb Murray will be okay and play on. But that's a little sting here with a poke to the right eye. Little battle there in the middle of the field as Jags going to get a touch. Duax flips it out to the far side, trying to get a run ahead for the Jags to Mujakovic, and that's knocked out of there. Still ball there, set up for the Jags, and knocked out of bounds. That will be a corner kick for the Jaguars, set to go here now. Brought to you by Iowa Rush Soccer Club, premier soccer club in the country, located right here in central Iowa. IowaRush.com is Activities Director Nate Lindgren down to get that ball here tonight. Duax, it looks like, will be taking the corner kick. And the ball goes up over top of everybody. 50-50 ball knocked out of there. And the Jags will get a throw in from midfield. As that'll be Goebel. Things moving pretty quickly here early on. Jags with the first real chance here tonight off that corner kick about 3.5 minutes in. Trying to run one ahead to Nguyen. And Kruger will come up and take it. And actually they're going to say it caught the hand of a Dragon back about midfield. Johnston with a huge bench tonight. A lot of players down there for the Dragons. Coach James Frizzell. Ball goes off of Goebel over on the far sideline. That'll be Dragon ball. Murray flies in, showing no ill effects from getting poked in the eye earlier. The ball knocked all the way down, a foot race for it, and they're going to clear that thing all the way back to Solis Downing. And he has to come way out of goal as he was getting pressure. Goal still open there. Duax, though, can't quite control it. Jags going to set things up. Shot misses wide. And that'll be a goal kick for the Dragons. Solis Downing taking the kick. All the way down again, trying to get a run for Nguyen, but Kruger gets a solid foot into that one, gets it ahead to Ridlin. Ridlin pops one up in the air, controlled by the Dragons, though. Nice stop and go move. As right now it's Pope running out of room on the sideline, pushes one ahead, but there's nobody there, and Jags have pushed that defense way up right now early on. Slide one ahead again, trying to get through, and Werdehoff. Tyson Werdehoff getting the start here tonight on the defensive side of things. Jags trying to push one through on a run ahead, and the backspin on the ball bounces back over the head of Rash. And the Jags will try to get going once again. Kruger on the right side. Kruger, as it knocked away, he'll get the throw in right down in front of the Johnston bench. Huge bench. 26 guys on the bench for Johnston right now. Jags sneak one ahead. Nice little touch. Couldn't quite connect with Ridlin as he cut through the middle. Jags keep possession, though. Slide ahead off the touch from Ujakovic. And knocked out of bounds. Another throw in here for the Dragons. Going on the south side of Ankeny tonight, it's the Ankeny girls taking on number 1 Waukee Northwest. 0-0 last check of that score, about halfway through the first half. They started at 7 o'clock with that one tonight. It's on our sister station, the Ankeny Activities Network. Duax tries to weave through. They get one ahead. Everybody's on sides. No foul there called. Rash slides it out. Kruger sends one towards the goal. And no one at home for the Jaguars. Now Johnston on the run, down the right side, knocked out of bounds. Johnston will get the throw in down in the corner. Wind is picking up a little bit. This first half, if there's any advantage, it's at Johnston's back. And that is going to be a goal kick for the Jaguars with Kruger. Going to knock it back, and Johnston's defense swarming right now as the Jags trying to push it up the side here to Kruger. Nice touch back to Goebel. Back up to Kruger. Jaguars now on the run, pushing it ahead down the middle. Little bit too far in front of Mujakovic. Battle for the ball in the middle. Duax takes it away, swings it back out here once again to Ridlin. Ridlin back to the middle, nobody home. Johnston takes the ball back. Ball knocked up high. Murray up to get it. Now Johnston on the attack. Slides one ahead, trying to push one through to Nguyen, and good defense there, and Kruger ends up coming up to get it. Saw the speed of Tyson Werdehoff there as he cut off Nguyen. Took the angle of the man, not the ball, and it was a wise decision. Drew Kruger pushes one up the right side, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Prindle. The Dragons will be Jaguar ball quickly on the throw-ins. Rash ahead to Murray. Little battle for the ball at midfield, and they're going to say a little extra contact there from Ridlin. It will be Dragons with the kick. Johnson pushes it ahead, nobody there. The Jags get it back. Now Johnson on the attack once again, sliding it out on the right side over there. That's Pelayo Pintor, and he puts it through to Kruger, who quickly gets it back out once again. Will Kruger has been outstanding in this his freshman campaign for these 10th ranked Jaguars. Trying to get it ahead, couldn't quite connect to Drew Kruger. Jags have had Duax playing at midfield here in this game. Trying to free up Kruger, draw some more attention to him, and get Kruger out on the edge. Pushing ahead right now, this is Pelayo Pintor for Johnston, knocked away. Duax takes over. Centennial in transition, up the left side, Brazo looks over the field, sends one through, tries to get it ahead to Kruger. It's knocked out of bounds, and Drew Kruger will take the throw in for the Jags. takes the short one. Battle for the ball. Nice effort there for Johnston by Nick Gurley. Sends it ahead. Stop and go move. And there's a battle for the ball. Nothing called. And the ball is going to get cleared back to Kruger. Jags looking to set things up. There's no such thing as taking a breath against this Johnston defense. Is right there sneaking through to get it is Aliano, but taken right back. Rash knocked out of bounds. He'll get the throw in. He and Duax go back and forth a little bit. Johnston takes the ball back with Aliano. Ball still in bounds, right down in front of us. And going to clear things back through here to Celeste Downing. That ball goes way out of bounds up into the visitors' bleachers here at Northview Middle School. The setup here in Ankeny, not too much unlike Johnston, where the old high school is now a middle school. This one ahead, back to the middle. Here's a good look for Kruger. Kruger just over top of the goal. Great opportunity there for Drew Kruger. Great distribution from Ridlin as he drew all the attention, but just a little bit under it for Kruger. As Celeste Downing took away his angle. Left him no choice but to go a little bit high. But, oh, they did say Celeste Downing touched it. So this will be an Iowa Rush corner kick as Duax takes the kick, places it right in front of the goal, and coming out to make a great play is Ricky Solis Downing. He goes up high to make the play. Jags have had some chances, though, early on here in these first 14 minutes. That ball pushed ahead, big run for it. Jags, little extra on that from Goebel as he got it to Kruger, and Kruger is sure-handed back there on the defensive side. Nice move. Oh, and just a little bit too far in front is a great move to send that up the side from Ridlin. Now Johnston on the attack. Pushing it ahead, going to run out of room, and that will be a goal kick for Kruger. Misspoke earlier. I think I said Johnson was ranked number 5. They're actually ranked number 4 as that ball goes over the top. And did Kruger get a hand on it? No, he did not, as it goes off the goalpost in the football field. Halftime down on the south side, Ankeny. Number 1, Waukee Northwest girls, and number 5, Ankeny girls, tied at 0. Jags Kruger tries to push one ahead. Went off a drag in there. The spin kept it in. Jags have had some chances with possessions here tonight, and they've definitely had the better looking shots. Here's that one sneaks ahead, but that's going to be out too far in front. Of Kyron Pope. The ball gets sent up, battle in the middle. Little contact as guys fight for it. Tried to sneak one through, couldn't quite do it. As the Jags try to get one through to Mujakovic. Now Johnston. Some fancy ball handling there in the middle from Leach. Slide one ahead, big opportunity for the Dragons right now coming through with Gurley. And it's knocked out of there, and that will be a corner kick for the Dragons, brought to you by Iowa Rush, iowarush.com. So, Johnston gets set up here. Sends one in and goes past everybody. Looked like a little bit of an opening. Once the ball cleared over to the weak side, they did say last touch by the Jaguars, so Johnston will get that throw in. Nguyen sends one through, and that's cleared out. Dragons again. Battle for the ball. Duax taken over, though, by Aliano, and it's knocked out. And another corner kick for the Dragons. This one will be taken by Marcos Pelayo Pintor. Everybody lined up to the far side for Johnston. Lobs that one up way over the top of everybody, a little too much on it. Murray's up high to get it. Ball bounces a little bit mistimed there by the Dragons, by Pope. But Dragons have the ball back. Sliding one through, opening in the middle, knocked away, and Duax comes through to take it back. Murray puts a left foot into it. Johnston now, a little sustained possession. They put one ahead, a little run coming through here for Pelayo Pintor, and Kruger goes down to get it. He was trying to flip the field right away to take a big throw of that ball. And instead pushes one up over the left side. Battle for the ball. Went off the official as they were trying to slide it through over here, getting it across the field, trying to get it to Ridlin, and went off the back of the official. That's a tough spot for the official to be in because they want to be right in the middle of it all. Jags set this one up the left side. Duax. Stop and go move. Duax slides to the middle, and it's headed out of there. Nice defense by the Dragons. Didn't see who got ahead on it. But the Jags will keep possession, cycling through the back end here with Werdehoff. Pushes it through the middle to Murray. Murray's got a man over here on the right side, but cut off by Pelayo Pintor. Trying to get it over here to Kruger, who had set up. Offense was taking a nice shape. And a long ball sent down, and there's going to be Jaguar ball. Not sure if that was out of bounds or if that was a little extra contact. No, it is going to be a free kick for the Jags. They're going to take a short one. Try to send one ahead to Duax. Slides it through. Shot there, knocked through, and taken down by Solis Downing. Mujakovic had a chance with a left foot. Scoreless game halfway through the first half. Ball headed around a little bit in the middle. Initially taken out by Brazo. And now taken away by the Jags. That is Nithang and Murray. Trying to cut up through. They slide one ahead. Foot race here. And it is going to be won by Mason McKnight. And then Solis Downing puts an absolute missile foot into that ball. Sent ahead, and Kruger comes out to take it away. Will Kruger with a ton of confidence back there as a freshman. A lot of contact. Jags send one through, trying to slide one ahead once again to Kruger. And Johnston content just to kind of get everything back through to Solis Downing. And that ball's knocked out on a clean slide tackle by Mujakovic. And there's wholesale big-time substitutions coming in for Johnston right now is Sam Daniels as well as Perry Newman. Jaguars going to go in with Kai Bayunda. Also, Lucas De La Cuba and Arnel Islamovic going into the game right now. Those are our substitutions brought to you by Heart of Ankeny. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital Dr. Stacy Munger and crew. They treat your pets like their pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, located in Uptown Ankeny. Jags with the throw in. Sent in, a lot of contact there. Bayunda sends one across the field. It was Goebel. Goebel has it taken away. Johnston now with a little 3-on-2. Murray giving chase. Goebel giving chase. Evens things up. Johnston going to try to take some shape now with the offense. Tried to send one through, but it's all Jaguars in the middle. Now the Jaguars in a little transition. It's Bayunda up the right side. Bayunda tries to flip it back in, and Johnston now immediately flips the field and takes it back. Aliano. And they can't quite get it through. Jaguars have really tightened up everything on the defensive side. Johnston there with everything as well. It's been a defensive ball game here through the first half. A lot of contact. Doesn't matter. Jags sliding one through. Trying to connect with Islamovic. Good game so far. Kruger, who had a defender closing in quickly on him. This time it's Brazo. Get an opportunity for Duax to run up the left side. A little bit too much backspin on the ball. Duax places himself under it nicely. Duax gets converged on, gets the double team. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It will be a throw-in. And Johnston, wow. And try to keep track of this. 6 new players going in for the Dragons. That's why they had 25 guys on their bench tonight. Going very deep. No way I'm going to be able to get all those in right now, but Admir Katorik, James Irahi, Tegan Sieverding, Enoch Basanucci, Braylon Thielen. I think I got them all. Oh, we also had Kylan Green also check in, sophomore midfielder for the Dragons. Dragons trying to come in waves. Duax, great defense there, gets that one away. Bayunda sends it ahead. They tried to get the touch back out to Bayunda there from Islamovic. Bayunda's got it again and tries to sneak one through, and it's knocked out by McKnight. Dragons up the right side out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Jags. Good crowd on hand on a beautiful night here in central Iowa. Jags with good spacing and have had some great looking angles on some attacks, but Johnston defensively has snuck into those passing lanes and taken those angles away quite a bit. Looks like the Jags have been creating quite a bit of space and can't quite connect. That ball, though, bounces over the head of McKnight, and ball slides away. It's dangerous there by Solis Downing as he came all the way out about 25 yards away, and he had a lot of Jags around him. Murray tries to sneak one through. Good strong foot out there from De La Cuba. De La Cuba with no cutter in the middle. I think he thought that Duax was coming through. Battle at midfield. De La Cuba over here to Brazo. Brazo knocks one over top of everybody. And Solis Downing once again comes all the way out. 14 minutes to go in this scoreless first half. Solis Downing with that goal kick. A little bit of a breeze at his back, and he crushes that ball out of bounds all the way to the other end of the field. Rash will take the throw in for the Jags, looking for someone to get it to. Takes that long run, and the ball off the deflection ended up going off the hand of Brazo. free kick for the Dragons. McKnight going to take this from nearly right at midfield. McKnight pushes this one all the way over top of everybody. Dangerous right there in the middle. Knocked back through, and Kruger comes up once again to get the ball, and he quickly tries to push it ahead, but right there again is McKnight. Takes a shot from about 40 yards out. And that's going to be an extra grab out there by the Dragons. I think that is Donovan Prindle, I think. And he's got that captain's band on his arm as he was battling with Duax. Man, Johnston is constantly pressing forward. Look out, here come the Dragons. Jags take it back, though, and Kruger puts a good foot into that one. Duax run over from behind. No call. Taken out of there, though, by De La Cuba. Jags trying to make a run up the right side over here. Nicely weighted ball, put ahead perfectly to Rash. Rash, a lot of contact and undercut and taken out of there by the Dragons once again as they slide one ahead. Dragons now on the run with Thielen. Thielen ahead now to Baznucci. Keeps it in bounds right on the line. Pushes it back to the middle of the field. Nice move there, left foot, and Kruger's right there for it. And as the shot was taken by Aliano, Kruger sniffed it out. He was right there. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Jaguar ball. Johnston, couple more substitutions. Torlo Munger and Luke Wagner coming into the game. Jags also have Max Rush come into the game. Jags have Maddox Rash and Max Rush. They keep those guys straight. They also have Ethan Sextro and Ty Sexton. As a guy that can't even keep his own kids straight, I got to try to figure this one out. Johnston tries to get the touch ahead, sniffed out by Werdehoff. Kruger knocks that ball 55 yards in the air off the turf. Ooh, that ball worked its way back perilously close to the Jags' goal. Taken off the shoulder of Baznucci, and the ball will go to the Jags. There, Bayunda sneaks through, draws a lot of attention, bullies his way through. He's got it back, and they're going to say he got a little too handsy there. Made a heck of a move, though, to get around the defender. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Still scoreless here on the north side of Ankeny. Dragons, who've played a lot of players in this first half. Sneak one ahead. Everybody's on sides. Back to the middle, and it's knocked out. That'll be a corner kick as it went off the foot of Nithang. corner kick for the Dragons. Brought to you by Iowa Rush, iowarush.com. Ball put short and knocked out of there by Rash. Dragons over the ball once again, knocked it into the middle, and the Jags clear it. Jags try to push it ahead. They do. Knock back to the middle. Good touch, and now they get it ahead. And everybody's on sides, they say right now. Jags one-on-one in the open field. Open net in, just into the goal. It's a goal for the Jaguars. And that is Tate Duax. Got in the open field, and he is going to be tough to stop in the open field. Tate Duax puts the Jaguars ahead right now as they try to pull the upset tonight. That is the 10th goal of the year for Tate Duax, the junior, son of head coach Brian Duax, as the Jags take the 1-0 lead. Jags actually were able to upset number 6 Ames just a week ago without Duax in the lineup. He is the leading scorer on this Jaguar squad. Jags have certainly had some chances, but none better than that goal by Duax in the 43rd minute. And that's going to be Jaguar ball over on the far side. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Jaguars are taking a 1-0 lead off the foot of Tate Duax as he goes across the face of Johnston goalkeeper Ricky Solis Downing, who's been so good tonight, but you just cannot make any mistakes in this league with the soccer that is played here. Jags get it back. Tried to sneak one over to Duax, but lost his footing. Jags up the left side now. Sneaks one ahead. Duax once again as they try to get him in the open field. Cuts through. Duax got shoved in the back, and there's no call as he got shoved. That's what cleared out the space and made him lose his angle. Now Johnston flips the field. They're on the attack, sneaking through into the open field. Snuck around, a wide open look, and off the edge, a huge opportunity for the Johnston Dragons, Kruger had come all the way out about 20 yards away to try to make the stop. And a wide open goal as the ball just got a little bit out in front of, who is that for Johnston? There it is. That is James Arari. The ball got a little bit too far in front of him, and great hustle, I believe, coming back there was Werdehoff. Great hustle to cut it off and rush that shot. Ball knocked out of bounds. Johnston now with 5 minutes to go in the first half will take the throw in. Another Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution as Gerald Waugh comes into the game for the Dragons. They have played a lot of dudes tonight. Pairings came out today, and the Jaguars for the postseason will have to get through, I believe it was Ames, Marshalltown first, and then if they win, they'll have to take on Ames to get to state. No doubt if this result holds, Jags would have moved up a little bit in that. As it stands right now, they would have to go to Ames. Murray tries to bully his way through. Coming back over to get Brazo, and that'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Excuse me, not Brazo. That's Rash. He'll take the long throw-in. Bodying up is Islamovich. Big physical play made by Ridlin. They push it ahead, and Kruger knocks it back to the middle, but he's got to quickly get back in goal. Johnston pushes things ahead up the far side. One more chance here for Irari, and it's out of bounds. He'll get the throw in. He had the best chance of the night so far for the Dragons. Jags trying to clear one through. It splits a couple defenders. Under 3 to play in the first half. This is Monger. And nothing called there as he goes down. De La Cuba, good strong play. Bayunda, great play in the middle. Just got the pass too far out in front of Duax, and Bayunda takes one off the face. Big physical play as Bayunda's everywhere, getting knocked down, and then that goes not off the hand of Rush. They say play on. But Johnston, they are right there sneaking through every little touch pass. The Jaguars don't mess around with the ball long. Weaving up through De La Cuba, crosses the field over here to Rash. Rash slides one ahead for Bayunda to try to make a run for it. And he tries to climb up the back of Diversevich for Johnston. Spark plug out there, Kai Bayunda. 1:45 to go in the first half. Ooh, the Jags, De La Cuba gets a hold of one. Jags maybe another opportunity here in the middle and knocked out once again. The ball ends up going off the face there of Tegan Sieverding as he tried to kick one back over his head and ended up going right into the old kisser. But Johnston now on the attack. This is Wah, and he loses it out of bounds. Minute 15 to play in the first half. Tate Duax's goal is the difference in this one. Knocked out Ridlin. A lot of physical play here tonight, but very cleanly played game. Just a fun physical game to watch between these two teams. Number 4, Johnston. Number 10, Centennial. Bayunda. It's going to be tough for him to go up and get a lot of those balls. We saw him try to climb the back of Johnston earlier, and that's about his only chance of going up and getting one of those, as he's at a disadvantage height-wise, as Johnston will get another corner kick, brought to you by IowaRush.com. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Dragons keeping one low, sliding one in and just over top of the goal. Another big opportunity there for Johnston. That's Sieverding. Just a little bit high with the left foot. I like the way Johnston set up that play. Brought everybody over to the far side, and then Sieverding snuck in. He had a nice look. And that'll do it. At the end of the first half, the goal in the 33rd minute by Tate Duax, the difference in this one. Jags lead 1-0 at the halftime break. We'll be back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride.
But I already paid.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital. Welcome back. A look over there at the Centennial bench coming out as they lead 1-0 at the halftime break. Number 10 Centennial over number 4 Johnston. So we get set to go with the second half. 40 minutes on the clock. As on the south side of Ankeny tonight, number 1 Waukee Northwest losing to the number 4 Hawkettes. 1-0 with about 15 minutes left to go in that one. As we're set to go in the second half here. And the teams will flip sides as Johnston in the white will now be heading to the right side of the screen. The Jags in the black will be heading to the left, and the Jags will get the ball here to start the second half. Jags get set to go here as the Tate Duax goal in the 33rd minute is the difference here tonight. As Johnston goes swarming, and the Jags take a big kick right away all the way down towards Johnston goalkeeper Ricky Solis Downing, who really had an outstanding first half. It was Tate Duax in the open field that got things going for the Jags. As freshman goalkeeper Will Kruger for Jaguars has kept a clean sheet throughout the first half. A lot of spin on that ball as it bounced in the Jaguar direction. And then Johnston took it back. His ball's knocked out by Goebel. And Johnston will get the throw in. Down here, Johnston played over 20 players in that first half. That was Kylan Green who just took the throw in. They have 25 players on their bench. And that ball was out of bounds, so right in front of Centennial coach Brian Duax, as the Dragons will take the throw in once again. Long run knocked out of bounds by Nithang. Jaguars trying to hold on to this last 38.5 minutes and get out of here with the upset tonight. They'll be in action again Friday night here. Make sure you come on out. It'll be a nice cool night then. Be a fun night for soccer here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Big kick taken, and that is going to be a foul on the Jags. And a set piece here for Johnston. So basically a corner kick for the Dragons. Going to be taken here. I think that's Thielen? Can't tell. Again, a lot of players have played in this first half for Johnston. Letting everybody take shape. Jaguars have set up their wall 10 yards away. Kick angles towards the goal. They go over the top, and it goes off the top of the goal and then headed out by Duax. Still in danger there in the middle. 50-50 ball knocked out, and the ball's going to roll out the back end. That'll be a goal kick for Kruger. And Jags dodge a bullet there. Jags will play at Lincoln on Thursday, and then senior night against Southeast Polk here Friday night. We'll be on the air early for that one, as the Jags have a lot of seniors to celebrate as that ball rockets through the uprights of the football goalpost. Jags will then have an 11-day break after they play Southeast Polk, before they play Marshalltown on May 27th. We'll be into the start of the soccer and baseball season at that point as well, as that ball's knocked out of softball, excuse me. We're already in the soccer season right now. My director, Ellie, corrected me there. Always on the ball. Jags with a little touch. De La Cuba pushes ahead. Jags have some space if they can get it going, and they do slide it ahead, but the Jags were offsides, and they say the Jags caught the hand of one of the Jaguars. They're about 12 yards off of midfield. 1-0, Jags in the lead. Under 36 minutes to play. Kick taken here by Prindle. absolutely gorgeous night. Prindle gets a lot of backspin on that one. Over the top, slides through, and then knocked out for the Jaguars. I think that was Werdehoff that got a big foot into it. Johnston going to get another kick here from around midfield. A little deke there. Sends one deep towards the goal, and Kruger collects it in. The sure hands of Will Kruger. But leaves it short. Johnston takes it back here as it's sent back once again now. Jags run out. A little battle in the middle. Kruger. Try the little touch out here to Goebel. And again, Johnston has played outstanding defense. The one time the Jags were able to sneak that pass through, it was Duax, went down untouched for the goal. As that ball goes off a Goebel out of bounds. Battle there, and that is Goebel just yanked to the ground. Off the throw in, Johnston gets it deep into Jaguar territory. Back out, and Brazo takes it away. Out of midfield, a lot of contact there. Mujakovic, Jags way off sides though as they tried to push it ahead to De La Cuba, but Jags send this one ahead. Ooh, it sneaks through, opportunity there, and they're going to clear it back through once again to Solis Downing. Their trainer, Nate, tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch there, couldn't quite complete it. Jags again back to the middle and taken down hard. No call as Jags playing short-handed right now as limping his way forward is Nathang. They slide it ahead once again and out of bounds. It will be a throw in for the Jags. And actually that was Mujakovic. Dragons Bosnuki comes into the game. A Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Ball sent ahead and Kruger right there to gather it in. Kruger takes a big kick, under 32 minutes to play in this one. Ball sneaks over the top. Jags running at it is De La Cuba. Centers it up and running at it, and that is once again Solis Downing knocking that thing way up into the bleachers. And a save there up in the bleachers from a dad. Didn't see who had it. And the Jags score a goal! It's Duax once again off the right side. Actually, that's not Duax that time. That is Kruger, Drew Kruger. Is that a goal? It is, right? That's a goal. No one's celebrating like it's a goal. It is a goal. Drew Kruger knocks it in. It is. That was a non-celebratory goal. I looked down to see what had happened in the bleachers, and Drew Kruger comes in from the right side, wide open, knocks the goal in the 48th minute. So the Jaguars now take a 2-0 lead over number 4 Johnston. This is Duax, stop and go, puts the defender down, sends it right ahead, and the header goes through, still open. We've got two guys that just ran into each other. The Jaguars against Rick, I didn't see who that is down there, but Solis Downing had come out, try to get it, and both players are down right now. We're going to go ahead and go to commercial right now. They're both moving around, but both players down. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Dear Cable Internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
And walking off the field under his own power, they're actually looking like maybe a leg banged up a little bit there for Ricky Solis Downing as him and Kruger collided with each other off the attempted assist from Duax. And he's on the cart over there with our activities director, Nate Lindgren. And we'll get a free trip back over to the Johnston bench where he'll get looked at by athletic trainer Nate Welker. Josh Adams checks into the game now as goalkeeper. Johnson with a tall task in front of him as freshman goalkeeper Will Kruger has kept a clean sheet tonight through 40 minutes. Weaving around through everybody, sent back to the middle, and Kruger's right there for it. The little touch came through. By Gurley. And Kruger was right there for it once again. De La Cuba takes control of it. Now the Jags send it ahead. Back the other way to Ridlin. Jags can play a little more defense, focus on that now with this 2-0 lead. Just under a half hour left to go in this one. Long throw in there, Duax tries to push it ahead for the Jags, can't quite do it. Couple 50-50 balls, heads flying all over the place right now. Johnston yet to find the back of the net tonight. Going the wrong way right now as Duax and Nguyen battling for it, and they're going to say Duax got a little too physical. Ball in the middle, and Kruger once again on top of it. Another opportunity there and sent past the goal. Nobody home for the Dragons. Final score from the south side tonight, number 1 Waukee Northwest and number 5 Ankeny girls in a tie tonight on the pitch down there. I believe that's the 4th tie of the season for Ankeny. Jags slide one through, pushing it ahead. De La Cuba playing back and forth as they try to get the run down here with Mujakovic, and that is Adams takes a big swing at it for Johnston. Ball sent over to the far side. Taken away, Dragons. Sliding it ahead, Dragons in the open field. Here's a look there, and it goes too wide of the target. Great job by Kruger to come out and take the angle away. Another outstanding job by Will Kruger. Johnston just continues to cycle players through. Braylon Thielen comes back in the game. Admir Katurik as well, and James Arari. Jags are fine with those substitutions right now to let that clock continue to tick down as they look to pull this 10-4 upset tonight. Jags, after beating number 6 Ames last week, slide one through here to De La Cuba, and he has it taken away by Green. And the Jags with an opportunity for a set piece here from 49 yards away as ball caught the hand of one of the Dragons. This will be Brazo to set things up. Jags have not sent a whole lot of players down on the offensive end. Brazo takes the kick, tries to knock it over that first line. Header comes across, and Green's right there for it, and it caught the hand of Green. The official signaled that he saw it and didn't call it, though, and that was in the penalty box. De La Cuba tries to send one through, and the ball bounced back up into his shin right before he did, and he sent it wide, and Johnson will get the throw in. Jags. That is with Ridlin trying to turn that around. Murray now battling for the ball. Murray's been more of a defensive role here in this second half. They had him distributing in the first half. As now the Jags trying to hang on with this 2-0 lead. 25 minutes and change to go in this one. Battle there, and Green grabbed on too much of De La Cuba. Brazo will take the kick as he looks around. Brazo sends a long kick towards the goal. Adams comes out to try to get it, bobbles it initially as he went up and took it off the head of Islamovic. Jags line up once again. They were trying to set up to give a little run there to Ridlin. Johnson loses control. Johnson hasn't connected on a whole lot of those passes here tonight. Up the side, and now they get one ahead. Everybody on sides. Kruger comes out of the goal. Jags cycle back through, and that ball again knocked over the top. Great heads-up play by Nithang to come back into the goal. As Kruger had come out, they kind of cycled back through, and Johnston a couple more substitutions right now. Sieverding back in the game in a Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Ball goes off the hand of Thielen. Jags send one way ahead. De La Cuba trying to get under it, and it goes off his foot out of bounds. It will be, actually, Jaguars will keep possession of the ball. Now Johnston just picks it up. They saw, everybody down here saw, the official couldn't see it. He signaled Jaguar ball, but everybody went along with Johnston just taking the ball out. De La Cuba battles for it. Slides one ahead. Duax back to the middle. Good look there. Ridlin can't complete it. Now Johnston trying to flip the field. Johnston pushes one ahead up the right side. This is Nguyen. Nguyen squares up. Back to the middle he goes. Left foot's going to be too far left, all the way into the long jump pit on the south side of the stadium here at Northview Middle School in Ankeny. Jags will be playing here the remainder of the year as they get new turf put in at the high school here at Centennial. Just about a mile north of us here on the north side of Ankeny. 1 mile, but through a lot of construction this time of year. It takes a long time to get up there. Arnel Islamovich takes a seat. Actually, he's back in the game, excuse me, as Drew Kruger takes a seat. Under 22 minutes to go. Jaguars still up 2-0. Tate Duax goal in the 33rd minute. Drew Kruger goal in the 48th minute. And just off a quick throw in, Jags completed that one, and that's why they lead 2-0 over number 4 Johnston. Johnston squares one up again, and that one goes wide. He was trying to get some spin on it, trying to bend that one like Beckham, and it never curved back in. Had a great angle on it, but the ball ended up, if you're familiar with baseball terminology, the ball ended up tailing out almost like away from a left-handed pitcher, almost like a screwball right in on the hands of a left-handed batter. Bernoulli's principle in full effect here tonight. Jags take it away. Good job on the defensive end. Sliding this one through ahead. Good touches there for the Jags to clear the threat. Now back in the middle for Johnston. Johnston's threat there, and just wide again. It's almost like there's a moving goal for Johnston here tonight. They've had so many chances that are just a little bit wide. Drew Kruger back in with a Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Dragons back to the middle again. Ball popped up. Oh, a lot of guys slipping on the turf tonight as Kruger hits the deck once again. They send one over the top, and Will Kruger's out there to take it away. Jags push it ahead once again. Sliding through is Kruger in the open field, and he's taken down, and there is nothing called. The official says play on. Both guys are down on the turf as Adams came out and took it away. And now it's starting to get quite physical out there. Ridlin gets it distributed as the Jags try to push one up the right side. Kai Bayunda back in the game, and he's just getting pushed out of there right now. Murray comes in and decides he's going to pooch that ball all the way to the other side of the field. Johnston right now, a little move there by Sieverding as he cuts back to the middle, goes around Bayunda. Bayunda, though, doesn't stay on the turf very long at all. Slides one through, Sieverding goes, and he pushes it wide once again. Under 18 to play. Jags still up 2-0. Bayunda to the middle. He's taken down from behind. Referee says play on. A bunch of Jags all over the place. That time they say Johnston got too physical. Johnston on the move, up through the middle. That's Beznucci. Bayunda up the sideline, keeps it in, and then it just trickles out of bounds in front of the Johnston bench. Johnston with 6 more players set to go into the game. Max Aliano, who got the start tonight, as well as... well, Sieverding was already in the game. Looks like Nguyen's back in the game. Kel Leach, Nick Gorley back in the game. And Lau Mawia back in as well. Send one all the way over the top and off the back edge of the pitch. The Jags will get a goal kick as Nguyen found out that once you leave the turf and hit that sand of the long jump pit, your footing's not as sure down there. Kruger takes a big kick, tries to send it ahead, but Jags are content right now to just kind of keep the ball on that Johnston end of the field. They don't need to maintain possession, but trying to take time off the clock every chance they get. Try to shorten or lengthen out some of these Johnston possessions. Is down off the edge, and it is off the back edge once again, and Kruger will get another opportunity. Ball out of bounds once again. Jags ready to send a bunch of bodies into the game now pretty quick, as well as Goebel takes the throw in. Now taken away. Jags with Brazo. Distributes on the right side. I think that's Duax over there. Take the throw in. They quickly get it into Islamovic. Battle for the ball. Back to the middle, and somehow sneaks it through. They try to get through to Bayunda. And Johnston quickly back out, but Jags able to take another minute off the clock. Down under 14 to go right now. Johnston slides one ahead and back to Kruger, who puts a big foot into it. Bayunda gets a little too much in there of Kale Leach. And Sieverding will take the kick from 45 yards out. Johnston takes their set. They slide it up over the top and are up in front of the goal once again, and Bayunda clears it. Sent back towards the goal once again, and Murray goes up high to knock it out. Big grunt comes through there across the field from Brazo as he clears it. And once again, Kruger kills the threat. I think Kruger wanted a little more height on that ball, and taken out as De La Cuba at midfield gets that chiropractic adjustment from Dr. Brett Renzi at Health First Chiropractic. May need to hit him up here tomorrow. There's a lot of contact there. On De La Cuba, and they clear everybody out to take a big run at it. Long kick sent in and sent right back Johnston's direction. This is Moia. Slide it back through, and nice job by Brazo on the back end to take it away. And he is twisted up and sent down to the ground. Brazo once again seems to be inviting contact wherever he goes. Jags again trying to play some keep away right now with Goebel. Slides one back in the middle. They cycle it back through again. Couple connections here. Try to slide ahead to Brazo. De La Cuba comes away with it. Content right now to just shield guys off as the Jags connect on a couple passes. Then Johnston on the run out, and Kruger will pick it up and go on the ground to get it and find a way to tick some more time off the clock. Jags run up the right side, try to get one ahead to Bayunda. And that's going to be off of Green, and the Jags will get a throw in down here. Marcos Playo Pintor checks back into the game. Tate Duax checks back into the game for the Jags. Under 10 minutes to play with the Jags of the 2-0 lead. Off the feet of Tate Duax and Drew Kruger. Murray tries to bicycle that one back in, but it rolls off the edge of his foot. Long throw in for the Dragons. Race up the sideline. Duax slides one back through the middle. Bayunda in the open field, and coming up and getting it is Adams. Bayunda just got out-muscled a little bit down there in that green zone. Johnston sends this one across the field. Jaguars in control right now with 8:35 to play in this one. Now in the open field. Kruger sends one ahead and can't connect. Battle in the middle, sneaks out and taken out of there for the Jags by Werdehoff. Jags back end on the defensive side has been so solid here tonight. Taken away, De La Cuba decides just to try to knock it to the other end and take some more time off the clock as we're under 8 minutes to go. Jags been flying around on the defensive side here tonight and capitalized on their opportunities on offense. Wheeling around, Dragons. And it stays in down there, but that's going to go off of, I believe they're going to, I'm not sure where that's going to go. Jags come in now, a couple substitutions. Mujakovic back into the game, as well as Max Rush back into the game as well. As that ball went clear out of the stadium, Jags taking the throw in from down in the corner. It went just to the field side of that flag. Now a still night, all the flags just dropping straight down. Beautiful evening. Ball rolls out of bounds once again. As we approach 6.5 minutes to play. Ball sent high over top of everyone. Knocks down De La Cuba. Johnston now with an opportunity. This is Pelayo Pintor, and it's knocked out of bounds once again. Ball sent to the middle, and once again up through the uprights. It's good. Under 6 to play. Jaguars with a 2-0 lead. Long kick connects. Nice touch ahead for the Jags. Now in the open field again. That's Duax. Duax showing off the speed. Stop and go move. Back to the middle he goes. One-on-one. Duax back to the middle. Frees up some space, and it's knocked down off the Dragons. Duax had a great opportunity there. No touch, they said. Jags wanted to call some handball there in the penalty zone. And now with it is Goebel. And Goebel's taken down. Another throw in for the Jags. Slide one through, De La Cuba. A little touch there, out of bounds, and we'll stay with the Jags. Murray with a touch off that glorious head of red hair that he's got. Slides that one through, and that's going to roll out of bounds, and the Jaguars going to be in no rush to get this one back in. Jaguars kind of seem to know right where everybody on their team's going to be tonight. And a great, great night for Coach Brian Duax's squad. As they found out today, their path to go to state this year. Jags with a win over number 6 Ames a week ago, and now trying to follow that up with a win over number 4 Johnston here tonight. Under 3.5 to play. Jaguars play again on Thursday night at Lincoln, and then Friday night here, senior night against Southeast Polk. Be in your seats early. It's going to be another beautiful night for soccer here on the north side. Dragons send this one ahead. Knocked up in the air. Good touch there for the Jaguars by Rush. Johnston again trying to threaten, and Kruger clears everybody out, and with under 3 minutes to go, Will Kruger will take his time putting this ball back into play. Johnston continues to try to attack. Murray knocks that one through, but a big foot there from Caleb Murray. And then cut out of there by Duax. Duax with a tight corner. Has it taken away. Jaguars get the ball back. Official says play on. 3-on-3. Trying to keep everybody on sides. They put a run forward, and Adams comes out and loses it momentarily. Gathers it back. Kruger pops this one through. Jaguars continue to pressure right now. Going to keep that ball on the Johnston end and let the last 85 seconds tick off the clock here. Duax knocks this one through the middle. Nice touch, grabbed ahead. And off the left foot there of Mujakovic. Couldn't connect. He decides he's going to take it right down to the corner and hold it there and set it right down there in the corner and shield everybody off for Johnston. Big battle there, and it's out of bounds off of the Jags, but they took off a lot of time there. Now with 75 seconds to go. Brecken Allen going to check into the game. Clock is stopped at 1:14. And barring a miracle here, the Jags will improve their record to 10-5. Johnston will drop to 9-4-3. As we are now down under a minute to play. Jags take that throw in. Knocked through. Johnston right now with Mawia. And ahead to Gowerly. And Kruger knocks it away once again. Great night and a clean sheet for freshman goalkeeper Will Kruger as he blasts that ball way down the field. Now under 20 seconds to play. Good win tonight for Coach Brian Duax and this Jaguar squad. And we're going to get a late yellow card now given to Lucas De La Cuba, and the clock stops with 15 seconds to go. De La Cuba will have a seat there. They said he was too physical. As Ben Ridlin checks back into the game for one more Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution here tonight with 15 seconds to go. Long ball sent in right at the goal, and if that goes out of bounds, that'll do it. Good effort, but that's going to do it here tonight. Jaguars, like I said, improved to 10-5 on the season. Back in action here at home. Friday night, senior night against Southeast Polk. Be in your seats early for that one. And then they got a long break before they play in the tournament as the coaches exchange hugs down there. A great night for the Jaguars. Let's go celebrate with some bingo at the Cabaret. This has been Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices.
Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.